Hey everybody, Sam Burge here with another World Peacekeeper action figure review. So today we are looking at the Airborne Trooper, or the Halo. That's what they call it. This is a pretty decent size playset, whatnot, I would call it that. It comes with a main figure hero right here. Comes with the standard M16. Then right here we have the actual parachute, which if you're reading this, real working parachute, instruction provided inside. And yes, we will be testing out this parachute. I'm going to do some shots of me dropping it later on in the video, so don't worry. Then he comes with a helmet, goggles, mask, looks like backpack for the parachute, another little front satchel piece, it looks like. I'm just going off the picture for these references. Foregrip for his M16. Looks like a scope. 2 grenades. Knife with a sheath. A pair of goggles. The knee pads, elbow pads, walkie-talkie. So pretty honestly, nice little setup here we've got right here. I mean, I was just naming off the things he comes with. So I mean, I'm gonna bust him out of the box, do my rant and rave, and like I said before, at the end of this video, I'm gonna do videos of the parachute jumping. But before we do that, I want to take a look on the box right here. This is the back of the box. And I mean, it shows their character all dressed up with the gear in front. And it's got some of the other items that you can find at MC's Toy Centra. Not bad. You got the lookout tower, the Humvee, ATV dirt bike, the Kawasaki KLR 650, and In Pursuit, which is a trooper with a horse. I know I'm going to be picking this up sooner or later. These are kind of the side sets that go with the lineup that I'm not working on, but it's kind of like in that same general area. But yeah, not a bad figure. Nothing really bad to say. I mean, I'm really curious to see if this parachute thing is going to work or not, but let's just go with it. Alrighty, so it's time for my personal thoughts and opinions on this action figure. So, the Halo. I mean, that's what I'm going to call it from here on out. What do I personally think of this character? I really like the figure itself. The doll itself was really interesting. I love the supposed makeup on his face. I thought they were scars or something like that. I guess he has makeup on his face, so I like that the character is bald-headed with a blonde beard. The accessories he comes with are pretty standard, but there are a few complaints I want to say. A, don't throw this figure with the front satchel on it. For some reason that weight throws it off, and I've been getting a lot of like test results when I was testing the parachute. The weight would throw it off, and basically you get incidents where the guy and the parachute would just land on top of each other and he would fall. But the figure, I mean, the other accessories, I'd say the knife with the sheath, I wouldn't have it with the character. The pistol, don't do that. Don't have the pistol in while you're throwing the character because it won't stay in. I lost mine because I had him somewhat geared, but after my first test result, the pistol fell out and I lost it in the grass somewhere. So I'm just going to order a new one to replace it, which I should let people know that MC Toy Centra is really good at having spare parts for you. I bought an assault rifle for my other Parajumper figure, and they have all the rifles, guns that you can need to replace your figure's missing parts like that. Mostly just guns, boots, and accessories. They don't have clothing or anything like that, but they do have the guns, the boots, and all that for you. But yeah, there's quite a few accessories I wouldn't have this figure with, throwing it in the air, because you're just gonna lose it, or it'll break. This figure didn't break, I will admit, because people asked me if these figures felt cheap. This figure feels extremely light, but his points of articulation are strong. But like the figure itself, it feels light. I think this is only done so that the gimmick of him having a parachute will work better, instead of him being too heavy for the parachute, so he doesn't fall down as aggressively or with a lot of velocity. So I mean, that's part of my reasoning behind that. But other than that, I mean, the figure's really great. I like him. The minor complaints is there's quite a few accessories I would not recommend throwing him with. The helmet was one thing I didn't like. It just sits there. The helmet doesn't even have like a chin strap or anything for him to wear it. It just sits on his head, so I wouldn't recommend throwing it with the helmet on either. That's another accessory. I mean, other than that, I mean, that was the only complaint I could say, is like, it came with a good gimmick. I like the outfit. As you can see in the videos that I'm showing, the parachute works well. It's not bad and whatnot. And really, honestly, the gimmick works really good. So, other than that, I would really recommend, I would say definitely, yeah, give this a buy. Try buying it. And take it out in your backyard. Throw it quite a good feet up in the air, and the parachute will work and the figure will land. Just note that you should take the parachute and sort of, how to say, fold it straight, put it behind the character, and then make sure that when the character you're throwing it, his belly's on your palm, and just throw him straight up in the air, and he'll work a lot better that way. That's a better way than the way they told you in the instructions. Unfortunately, mine didn't come with instructions. I was a little let down with that. I thought it was going to be like in the parachute or something, but I didn't get no throwing instructions. So I just kind of gave a guesstimation of how to do it. But other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot more to talk about this character. It's a good gimmick. The parachute does work and whatnot, and besides the list of things I would say that you shouldn't do with this figure is just throw it with the accessories on, because that front satchel piece is too heavy. The backpack works well. It actually balances the character out really well. But yeah, like loose accessories, I wouldn't throw him in the air with it on, because you'll lose them. But other than that, that's just my only, I won't really say complaints. I just say forewarning, if you have this figure, I wouldn't throw them with all the stuff on, because it just doesn't, they don't sit in place right, and they have a tendency to get lost or fall out. For example, like my pistol. But other than that, this has been my rant and rave. I really say give this character a buy. It's really good, and it's pretty entertaining throwing a figure really far up in the air and watching him land with a parachute. A lot of nostalgic. Have a nice day.